Oh wait, we're not doing that. Oh, okay. Shit. Okay, let's try this again. Let's hope it doesn't bug out. Jeez. I hate this part because it's just so freaking complicated, you know? Oh, okay.
Well, I heard a rumor you were working for the Prescott family on the side.
Jesus, doesn't this town ever shut up?
I don't blame you for getting extra work.
Look, sometimes I check up on the Prescott family to make sure they're doing all right. Nathan included. Keep this quiet, Max.
Try interrogating somebody else, Lieutenant Caulfield.
Right.
Holy shit, what do you want now?
I heard your dad hired a local cop to keep an eye out on you and Frank Bowers. Like a babysitter.
Bullshit. My dad doesn't hire. He owns.
Yeah.
And these pigs know better than to narc on me.
Do they? I hope that means Frank won't get busted.
Eventually, he will. Guy's into some freaky shit. He told me once he took a weird blood oath for Rachel. Forget I told you that. Seriously. Now get off my crack, whore. Keep your pie holes shut.
Right.
Holy sh...
Weren't you supposed to keep your mouth shut about the blood oath Frank took for Rachel?
Blood oath? Who? What the fuck? I never told anybody about that freaky shit. Besides, everybody knows Frank is a liar and a loser. Even Rachel did.
Yet Rachel Amber hung out with him more than you.
So, Rachel wanted Frank's stash. She let him take pictures, then he carries around her photo like she posed for love. Dumbass.
Aha.
What the fuck now?
You know I saw that photo Rachel gave you.
How do you know about that? Huh? Chloe, right?
She just told me that one of Rachel's favorite pictures was the one she did for you.
Really? Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought.
There's like lines going across the floor. Shit. Fucking crap.
Okay. Don't thank me. You've paid. It's. Amen. Max.
Okay. Let's press the right keys this time. Yeah, the game's bugging out right now. I don't know what's going on.
I should have known. The amazing Spider-Max.
I couldn't have done it without Frank. Now let's get in and out.
You'll need this, Max.
Yeah, everything just froze.
On your mark,
Even
get
like
set.
my commentary thing wasn't working for a second. I don't know what happened.
Get the treat, Roy.
I think we just made that dog our bitch.
That's an easy decision.
Get it?
Now we can snoop in peace. But let's not waste time. The doggy is busy now, but he might come back.
That's an easy decision. Because I threw it in the road in my first playthrough and was like, nope,
I thought
don't
my
like
room
it.
was a shithole.
You're not a creepy drug dealer.
Frank has issues, but he's not creepy. At least I didn't think so until I saw him with Rachel's bracelet. Oh, we could cruise everywhere in this bad boy. Can you see us heading down the coast of Big Sur and beyond?
Yes, we'd be tearing up the highway.
And
you'd probably want me to kiss you again.
Chloe, we're on a schedule. We need clues about Rachel.
I know. Just
Daydream.
daydreaming. Sure. Sure, Che. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Alright.
You scope the area while I...
Zip,
hack his
nada,
computer for
nothing.
Gotcha. There would be a gun in there if you didn't shoot.
Frank,
Frank would
almost
take
a
it
made-for-TV
and he hides it in
hoarder.
there.
This place is nasty.
It wasn't so bad.
I think the doggy likes his bone more. That would be so cool to take this baby on the road with Chloe. can't quite picture Frank and Chloe drinking beer and hanging out.
Crappy Wi-Fi out here. I was
There's
taking
some
days to
days on the
download porn.
porn.
Yuck.
Yuck.
I
You'd be
doubt Frank
surprised.
is trying out for the Arcadia Bay Brewers. The archetypal filthy guy dishes. Chloe isn't scared. She's loving this. Pompidou? For reals? That's
a
the poodle's
name.
name. Good to know Frank has a knife lying around. Of course Frank gets the munchies. Frank must spend all his drug money on baggies. Recycle,
Cycle,
dude.
dude.
Nice rig. Glad Frank treats something here with respect.
Whoa, what the hell's he doing with that dog? You're dumb. All of this.
Too bad I don't have my Frank Bowers decoder ring.
Katie, I don't think it's Kate Marsh, is it? Nah, I doubt it. Or it's just someone else.
Are these for Frank, or is he selling them? Or both?
I cannot believe he would wear a collar and a furry mask.
You're dumb. That's a pretty extreme lighter. Is Frank going to deal online now? That's almost cute to see Frank posing with his dog. Ooh, Frank's stash.
Max, you didn't tell me you took photos of Frank in action.
I'm seriously ignoring you. No more secrets. Okay, this vent is loose. I need something to pry it open. How can somebody live like this? This is almost as good as a set of keys. My blade will open any portal.
Yoink.
Oh man, Rachel and Frank's dog. I don't know if I should be touched or disturbed.
Hope you read this first thing in the morning. Sorry about last night. I was being a monstrous bitch and took it out on you. And poor Pompidou. There's a lot of weird shit going on in my life right now, and sometimes I feel like I'm never going to get out of Arcadia. Thank God for you. You're one of the best things I have here, and I smile when I think of us together. Let's just drive out of here forever. I mean, explain that. Just explain that. I mean, before the storm makes sense now. Because I reckon Rachel felt like she owed Frank one after protecting her from Damon. But also, he knew about her mom. He knew about Sarah. So it could go any way, couldn't it? It could be one of so many things. Is she legit feeling that? Or is she just trying to get information out of him about her mom? Or does she already have that information? Did he figure out, did he tell Rachel about her mom and Rachel felt gratified for that and then it grew into this?
I'm glad Rachel got to drive this beast.
So many,
She looks
like,
genuinely happy.
so many things it could be.
Rachel really did hang out with Frank. I'm learning more about Rachel than I want to know. Trouble in paradise.
That was not cool what you did, and I don't blame the drugs. You actually scared me, and I thought you'd never chill out. I've never seen you act that way, and the next time will be the last. I'm Aaliyah, and we don't look back. I care about you, so maybe we need to break our routine. So it looks like something happened, and she was going to bail out. And then she went... See, when it... Trying to think if this is before Chloe or after or during even. I mean, from what Chloe says, like, oh my god, she was seeing it behind my back. My guess is when she knew Chloe. I mean, he didn't have that notebook before. It could be so many things. I think it does involve her mother a lot in some way. Or the fact that Rachel feels she owes Frank one after saving her from Damon, and then it grew from there. It could be so many things. It could really be so many things. It could be so many different, like, scenarios here.
That makes me ill that Rachel posed like this for Frank. I wrote him love letters. I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything?
Because I knew how you would react.
And she wasn't much of a friend, huh? Just another person who shits all over me. Why does everybody in my life let me down? My dad gets killed, you bail on me for years. My mother gloms onto stepfucker. Now Rachel betrays me.
Chloe, Rachel is missing. Nobody betrayed you.
Bullshit! Who hasn't? Fuck everybody!
Chloe!
That's what I've been saying. Did she realize that Max meant too much to Chloe and just felt like it wasn't going anywhere between them? And then found solace in Frank maybe after what Frank did for them. It makes you think, this whole episode. It makes you think. And now that you've played Before the Storm and you have the knowledge that I do, now you're thinking even more. And the only thing I can think of is that she feels either something in
Chloe,
doing her
you
mom,
can't keep
or
blaming
she
me
thinks
and everybody for
she
everything
owes it.
wrong in your life. It's so not fair.
I gotta blame somebody, otherwise it's all my fault. Fuck that.
So now it's Rachel's fault too?
Jesus, she was banging that pig, Frank! Bitch lied to my face, Max! I can't trust anybody again. Everybody pretends to care until they don't. Even you.
Not the best thing to say to someone who loves you so fucking dearly, Chloe. That's the last thing you need to say. See, this really is where Max loses her shit. I don't blame her.
Chloe Price. You better take that back.
Damn right, Maxie, I'm
Okay.
with you on that one.
Fine. But you just don't understand. It's like I'm being punished by the universe.
She understands
So
a
who do you
lot more
most
than
want to
you
blame?
realize.
My fucking dad, of course. Hello?
She understands a lot more than you realize. See, I like Max here because now she's losing her shit because she's desperately trying to reach out and tell Chloe she's wrong, and Chloe's not having it because she's just stubborn like that. And it finally pushes Max over her limit, you know? She's like, where on earth does this come from, even though I'm still here? I mean, yes, I took 5 years away, but you never asked about that. You just assume that that's what it is. But that's not... I understand why Chloe's angry. You know, she felt like she's been betrayed, but now she's blaming everybody. You know, it's... Everyone pretends to care until they don't, even her. That's... No. No. That is the worst thing you could have said to her. The worst thing. She probably didn't mean it, but...
You blame William? Really?
Yes, I do. Damn right. He chose to go out that door and leave me
She's
forever.
She's
Chloe,
totally
Your dad didn't choose to leave.
She's
you.
totally not thinking
I know
straight
that,
right now.
Max. My mom actually blames herself. Just because she wanted a ride home from work. Sometimes, even I blame her.
No, you don't.
Yes, Max, I do. Do you know what it's like to wait for your father to come home when you're a kid? And he never does?
Yes.
No, of course not. But I was with you that day. It was just a terrible accident.
I wish that made me feel better. But ever since he died, my life
See,
has been dipped in shit.
Max has literally lost it here. You can tell. You can tell she's kind of lost it. She's angry because Chloe's not thinking straight. And I think Max is just a bit of pent-up frustration here because it's like, oh, even I can't bring her back to the light now. Well, not to the light, but making her think straight. Because Chloe's not thinking straight. And that's a reasonable thing to think. You know, it's a reasonable thing to think. But, you know, it's like, now it's like, oh, we're back here again. You know, we were kind of past this and now you bring it up again and think I don't care. That was what made her mad. It's just another pushing Max's character development. You're seeing it throughout the story. Maxine Caulfield, like I said, completely different character at the end of the game to what she is at the beginning. And this is just another one of those real pushes, you know. You see a Max decide, like, Max has a long fuse, but at this very moment she's like, oh, she's blaming everybody, and then she has a stab at me, even though she's saying something that clearly isn't true. But again, Max turns tender again, because she knows Chloe's not thinking straight and everything. But, you know, that very line that she said was like, take that back right now. That is the most angry I've ever seen her, and I don't blame her for feeling like that, because that's just wrong. It's like I said, it's not the best thing to say to someone who clearly adores the life out of you and would worship the ground you walk on, basically, which Max would. And it's like, but Max isn't like overly angry. That just shook her core a tiny bit, but
I can tell.
from
But look
here,
at everything that's happened the past week. Your life has changed mine, and that's not shit.
there you go.
I'd really love to believe that. I'd like to believe in something after what's happened.
And do,
Chloe,
you know?
I can't do this out on my own. I need you with me. And Rachel needs you.
I know what she means by that. I do kind of get it a little bit. But she needs to remember that Max is 18 and she can make her own choice now. Her leaving for 5 years wasn't her choice. This fucking hurts because it's like, and it really just breaks Max, as you can even tell here. She's kind of wondering, what on earth do I do? And that's what sends her into making this decision she's going to do in a minute. From that moment, Chloe becomes more purposeful in her life. She starts to really,
Oh my god. What is happening now?
you know, this from here and into episode 4, Chloe becomes much more of a purpose for her, you know? But she also Aww. A and D keys. And left mouse button, right mouse button. What? So what, you hold all 4? How do you do this? It's much more easier in the PS4 version. Come on. I missed it. There we go. So you hold it until it blinks. That's a cool thing. Because in the PS4 version, it's much easier in the console version.
Someday Dad will get one of them newfangled computers.
Does this look familiar?
I hope the flash didn't scare you, Max. This is a keeper.
Not until I see it first. You know the rules, Dad. Max, tell him. Whoa, hey. You look totally pale. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just... Yeah, I'm fine.
What a fucking
Okay.
trip.
Give me the thumbs up or thumbs down.
I know, right?
Well, I might just allow this one into the family album.
This is a trip and a half.
Is this?
But not the cook.
William is
Hint,
here.
hint, Daddy.
Yes,
And
we can't
Chloe is
expect
just a
your mother to
kid.
rush home and serve us slackers.
Am I that far back in
You
time?
mean pancakes?
In France, they call them
I'm
crepes.
18 years
And a good
old
French
inside my
chef uses
13-year-old
assistance
self.
If you want to eat
How?
Now,
I volunteer to break the eggs.
isn't Farewell starting to make more sense?
Mom said it depends.
Now I get to take a picture. Strike a pose.
Make me a star.
Just make me look young.
I love William. So damn cool.
That's true.
Right.
So how many eggs?
Don't you dare question the chef.
Apparently you can
Right,
draw
like
like
you're
a
the
butterfly
real
here or
cook here.
something.
That's a cool snow dough.
It's not the first
I
time
like
you've
that.
ever seen it.
What a mess we made. I remember those cool drawings I did with Chloe. Chloe was so into manga. Nice hair.
Haha. I wonder why she would say that.
I forgot about this. Back to the lighthouse.
Thanks for the day trip to the lighthouse. This sketch is for you to always remember.
My family never took fun, goofy photos like this.
Hello? Hey, honey. Just making a fabulous breakfast with Chloe and Max.
That Wednesday
We're
is
going to
still
work at the Two
there.
Whales. What?
Oh yeah, I miss movie nights here. Cookies and popcorn.
Of course I'll come pick you up. Now I'll have an excuse to get a mocha. Be there shortly. Love you.
I have to stop William from taking his car today.
Ladies, I have to go rescue yonder queen at the Save Mart. She doth have many bags of delicious grub for us to feast
You are
upon.
ridiculous.
You'll be grateful for that someday. Shit, where am I?
So I would have liked to go over
That's
here
$1
and
for the
talk to
swear
Chloe,
jar.
but you never
Your
did.
college fund.
Please, please.
Man, I remember Chloe reading this. But not after today. It's funny because you could probably
Can't
walk
hide from
around
me
like,
forever.
I know they never took that big vacation.
no, they never did.
Now lock up after I leave. Play nice. Try not to destroy too much of the house. And no Chloe and Max wine tasting session.
Dad.
Don't blow it, because tonight your mother promised to make us a world-famous salmon surprise with chocolate cake for dessert. Max, you'll be here too, right?
She's never leaving me.
That makes all of us.
I love that. Now, I was very, very apprehensive about this. You know, I immediately knew what was going to happen. The problem is, the game demands you do this, so you're pretty screwed.
So how many eggs?
Don't you dare question the
Right, did that
chef.
picture get took?
Right.
What?
Like you're the real cook here.
I am when your mom is away.
You can see the bond between Chloe and her father. And the love. Now this is a photo. Boom. Disconnected. Yes. Here's the Two Whales number. Now I can warn Joyce.
That won't work. At least I don't think it'll work.
Hey, honey. I have no idea why the home phone didn't ring.
Score.
I'm just making a fabulous breakfast with Chloe and Max. We're all going to work at the Two Whales. What? Oh, I didn't know you had to get groceries. Of course I'll come pick you up. Now I'll have an excuse to get a mocha. Be there shortly. Love you.
So the way he talks about it is different as well.
Excuse me, ladies. I have to go rescue yonder queen at the Save Mart. She doth have many bags of delicious grub for us to feast upon.
You are ridiculous.
You'll be grateful for that someday.
There you go. See, what would have been really kind of cool here is she went back to Chloe, so it would look less
I
suspicious.
know I had those keys right here. I know it. Forgot all about
What's
you,
your little buddy?
Release the keys. Of
Of
course.
course.
Last time I ordered from Spy Guy Electronics.
You can take the bus, right? The stop is right down the street.
This I can do. Good call, Max.
Oh yeah, the bus is great. It comes every 15 minutes, and there'll be plenty of room for you and Joyce and groceries, and it'll
can
save the
tell
environment.
One thing that is really
You sold me already. I'm off to yonder bus stop. Joyce will.
And
love this.
are you noticing the shirts they're wearing right now? I pointed that out in Farewell. They're under the pile.
Max, you are being so fucking strange. You feel okay?
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
Basically, breakfast finishes here, and then Joyce rings and tells them to tidy up the house. And that's how Farewell started. And what's quite interesting is that I can tell you that Chloe probably bought that blue shirt for her, because if you rearrange the letters, it says no fucks given. But of course, Chloe didn't tell her that. See, all she ever wanted to do was make her life better. She was so tripped out by everything, well, what's quite interesting is that in that whole thing, they left out the part where she goes, I think it was like a deleted file. Not sure whether they intended to delete it or not, but at the end of that scene, the one thing, I think it was like a deleted sound file, the one thing she says was, Max, if I had your power, I would change everything. And I think that's what kicked this whole thing off and unlocked her power to do that. Of course, Max had Chloe at the forefront and didn't really think about how much it would change shit.
Hello, are you even listening, Maxine? All my friends that
See,
away told me that Oregon was
Max.
wet and cold every day.
Never Maxine.
Her being friends with Victoria and Taylor and Nathan all here,
Sorry, Mad Max.
number one,
You're
doesn't
not
seem
pissed at
too
me,
far-fetched.
Right?
And number two, doesn't make
You
any
wanna go get the
sense.
girls'
Like,
party
why
and
would
smoke
saving
and fight?
William
I think Max is high.
make her
She's
like
acting
that?
like so weird. You cool, Max?
Nobody listened when I said we shouldn't.
Does she
let her
have
in the
any...
vortex.
No, we can't tab,
Courtney,
okay.
you don't want anybody in the club.
Like whatever, bitch.
Warren, he hooked up with Stella?
Oh, there's Cool Story again. So that's a reference to Mikey.
Oh no, this is totally fucked up. What else have I changed? Chloe.
I think Warren hooking up with Stella does sound a bit like something that probably wouldn't happen. I don't know about that one. That does sound a bit bizarre. David as a bus driver makes sense. I lost it here in my first time. I lost it, and I started thinking how the tornado was a warning and all this crazy shit. You know, this was just such a trip to me, dude. It was just like, oh my god, we are in the realms of Doctor Who and shit here. Like, holy crap. Theories were abound after this stunt. And I didn't even think she was gonna get out. I was like, I wonder if there's gonna be a way she can get out and shit. And then I wondered, and then we got to the end and I was like, what if she doesn't want to get out?
Max Caulfield. Taking a break after taking Seattle by storm, huh? We thought we'd never see you again after you left for the big city.
No. I'd never do that to Chloe.
Speaking of, I know she's been dying to see you. Hold on. Chloe, you have a visitor.
Oh, god damn it. Fucking damn it. Yeah, so just because one avoided being in a car accident doesn't mean they all did. That's probably giving away a plot in the 4th episode, but I'll tell you what, that's probably one of the biggest shell shocks I've ever fucking seen. Like, shit. Like I said, Life is Strange, a series synonymous with bombshells like that shit. I kind of regret it not being my first time, actually, because I lost it. I completely lost it for like a good minute. A good minute and a half. I was just like sitting in front of the TV like this. Hands around my mouth and just like owing into my mouth, you know, like in my hands, like, oh shit. So yeah, like I said, oops, like I said, 0 to 100 in light speed, and it only gets even more and crazy, you know. I tell you what. Very much like Tales from the Borderlands, I would say from episode 3, this got really fucking good. You know, the first 2 episodes were good in their own right, but after episode 3, much like Tales from the Borderlands, oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, this is, I think this and the beginning of episode 4 has the biggest price fuel pushes, and you start to see how that all makes sense. I explained it all before. Unfortunately, it's been 3 hours. I didn't intend to make it that long, and these episodes aren't that's the problem. These episodes aren't as long as Before the Storm, but sadly I'm making them artificially longer by having a fucking hour-long discussion about shit. But I might as well, you know, this will be the last time I ever play this game, so like I said, even now, you know, this is my 4th time playing the game. And now I have Before the Storm and Farewell and all that put in my head, and now it's like I'm realizing so much. Like, I wasn't acting how I was hoping that was the case, you know. All I'm thinking is how it could have looked. I'm not necessarily saying I'm right, you know. I'm not necessarily saying I'm right. This is what I'm thinking in all of this is all just theories. It's all just theories and thoughts of what is happening in front of me now that I have the knowledge of Farewell and Before the Storm in my head. You know? I mean, I was so into this series, but even as I'm playing it now, I'm actually realizing some new situations that could have happened into how... But yeah, Rachel getting with Frank, it just wouldn't have made any sense to begin with. And I think Before the Storm kind of semi-answered that question. And it's like I said, either Frank knew about her mother because Chloe told her, and I wouldn't say she used him to find out about her mother, because I personally think Frank would have told her about her mother after that whole altercation with David. Maybe he was the reason. Do you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe he's the reason she found her mother and found out about everything about her family and the truth. Always planned to leave, and planned to leave with Frank because her mother was involved. And then it grew into more from there. But why? Oh, I don't know. Because I don't want to... I don't know what to say without, you know, saying the wrong thing, you know? It's just... There's just so much to think about, you know? And it's all theory, you know? It's all theory, and I'm not saying that as if I want to think this, you know? I'm not saying I want this to be the case because of this. It's just something like a theory going on in my head, you know? Anything could... It could be a multitude of things. It could be anything. But don't not confirm that they had a thing going on. So... I don't know. It's just so interesting now. And I don't know whether to mention like what I think now or later at the end. I just think at the end it would make more sense, but I don't know. Excuse me. But as you saw in the book, right? I don't know why he kept that letter specifically, because it was sort of against him. And she mentions breaking the routine. So, you know, it's just like, it's just... So after breaking that routine, if that's what happened, that's how she gets into the second scenario, which could be, as Stella said, having something with Jefferson, but, you know, there's nothing that really says that. So more people did the moral thing and left the money, which makes sense. Of course the highest majority kissed Chloe. I mean, how can you not? Exactly the same number of people sided with Chloe over David. 94 say kept the dog from harm, and 6% decided to hurt Pompidou for curiosity reasons, I'm guessing. And then David had Chloe has David's gun, which actually does become a bit significant, but not really paramount. And literally my friend pretty much copied what I did. This slide helped. You helped Warren with his exam. I guess that's changing the grade, right? On the Vortex Club party list. Didn't change the Vortex Club party list because we didn't have to. We were already on it. I didn't even know you could do that. That's probably in the school, isn't it? Embrace the cops message. Helped Alyssa. One of those women took the photo and yeah. So my friend killed Lisa, sadly. He helped Warren. They helped Warren with the exam. Yeah, I pretty much mirrored. I mean, they left a mark on the fireplace. I wonder what that actually does. Not that it matters in a grand sense, I guess. And yeah, huge bombshell. Yeah, so with that, guys, we are halfway through the second game of Project PC. It has gone by really fast. So yeah, like I said at the start, I was gonna talk a lot. I probably did. And I'm very sorry if that's the case. Yeah, it's just me. But like I said, I try not to sound overly giddy and hope like things with Rachel turned out like this, and you know, no, that's not what I was doing. I was just being more thorough, you know. I think that's what happens when you have like a Before the Storm or a Farewell in your head. You start to think about the first game a lot more. I still, like I said, I think this is the much better game now that Before the Storm exists. I don't think it hurts the series at all. But I think just the mechanic and the way it works and the relationships you forge with people and stuff, and the characters and the locales, it all just seems better to me. Yeah. I'm just sorry for talking out of my ass for most of it, or just completely dorking out. I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't come across as, you know, oh, I'm giddy because this has turned out, like this has been found out. You know, no, that's not what I was doing. I was just kind of drawing up, is it possible that that could be the case? Because like I said, we can't say that that's what happened because we don't know for sure, you know. We only know certain things about through what Don't Nod did confirm in the end that Rachel did have a thing with Frank at some point, and that was confirmed by them as well as part of the story. I'm going to have to check immediately if the video screwed up in the pause for about 30 seconds. I think that was probably just the game and the fact that I reached that part of the game and it bugged out. So that's rather unfortunate, but I think we're okay. If not, it's not a big deal because I don't think we missed much. You know, it was just me walking out of the door. So yeah, just like that, guys, we're already at the penultimate episode of Project PC. Well, day of recording, I'm kind of semi-flying through it. Obviously, you won't see it till much later because of my upload method, but it's better doing that than bombing you with an entire episode of videos and, you know, flooding your sub boxes. I don't want to do that, so that's how I upload things. But yeah, so yeah, guys, add your version of my discussions in the comments and tell me what you guys think. Yeah, I'd like to see what you guys think about all that. Yeah, so I think without further ado, before I just not say anything for ages, I'm just gonna leave it there, and I'll see you guys for episode 4. And just like this one, it's a doozy. It's Life is Strange. Peace out, guys. I'll see you in episode 4. You know what to do. Subscribe, follow, ring that bell, all that good stuff on YouTube and social medias. And take care, guys. Stay awesome. Peace out. Simon Chaos signing off.